everyone, and welcome to the Training in My Life podcast, episode 15. This week I'm talking about birthdays. Celebrate, enjoy, it's your special day. Let's start with all those mixed emotions in the run-up to your birthday. There's excitement, wanting the day to arrive, wondering what will be inside the gifts you receive, hoping for something you've always wanted, and building it all up in your head. In some countries, 21 is a special birthday because you can legally drink alcohol, and you can't wait to walk into a bar, present your ID, and order a drink. It's a coming-of-age birthday. When you're older, you may have been dropping hints to a partner for the gift you want, in subtle or not so subtle ways. The emotions continue when the day arrives, still excited with a bit of trepidation. Will it or won't it live up to your expectations? So let's step aside for a moment at this point and ask you to just add an element of reality to those expectations and say that whatever is in those beautifully wrapped gifts and however the day pans out will not change the thought and planning behind them, which actually is the best gift of all. Maybe your partner simply couldn't locate the gift you'd been hinting at for weeks, or it was all sold out, and putting down your name on a months-long waiting list didn't feel like a gift at all. Perhaps your girlfriend or boyfriend had an unexpected expense to pay and was left with a lot less money to spend than you thought they had. A smaller gift may be disappointing, but try and be happy and grateful for their presence in your life. After all, if they're showing up every day, they must think you're awesome. So continuing with the birthday itself, it may be on a weekend or you might be going to work. You may have taken a day or a week off to mark the occasion, depending on whether you think it's a very special birthday. Some people feel the zeros are important, like when you go from your 20s into your 30s. Although it seems people are expected to party and have fun, but settle down and think of marriage, a house, children in the more serious 30s. There used to be a saying that at 40 you're over the hill, and I think women in particular are sensitive to turning 40, feeling their having a baby days are behind them, and there's an attitude adjustment to the years that lie ahead. 50 is an age when men can be looking at all the younger workers in their company and feeling like a dinosaur. Thoughts of planning an early retirement and possibly a different, less stressful career leading up to 60. 60 is often a birthday for a once-in-a-lifetime vacation or that big surprise party where everyone you've even remotely known turns up to wish you well. 70, well, I'd hope you'd be retired from work by then and enjoying living your life on your own terms. An age when going out to celebrate is often with people of a similar age, also retired, and who get where you're at because they are in the same situation. So let's go back to the day itself. You've had your gifts now, and in that vein, how was the paper tearing? I'm such a paper tearing girl. I totally appreciate it if someone hands me a gift with beautiful ribbon and a bow on top. But the fun for me is always going to be tearing the paper to reveal what's inside. I've seen others gently prise off the sticky tape and end up folding the wrapping paper neatly to be reused later, but not for me. It's a one-time thing. This wrapping paper is coming off with ripping, tearing sounds as fast as possible so I can get to the gift. After all, I've been excited and waiting for that very moment. On to the food. Will you be celebrating at home with your favourite meal cooked by your partner? Perhaps your favourite wine too? Will you be meeting friends at a restaurant that's your favourite or where you've always wanted to go? The cake may be layered with cream or nuts or be a sponge or covered with fruit. It may not even be made of cake. I've made cakes of different kinds of chocolate bars joined together with melted chocolate in the shape of a number or a Formula One racing car. So if you aren't a good cook, you still have options. We have family traditions for good luck, so we make a wish when blowing out the candles, and we make another wish when cutting the first slice of cake. These are well-known traditions, but we like to do all of them, to make sure our wishes are covered. I like the traditional candles, which you can light, sing happy birthday to you, also very, very necessary, and then blow them out. I have on a couple of years experimented with candles that are supposed to sparkle, a bit like a firework. These attempts have not been successful, with one time spluttering, fizzing candle and not working, and another time dripping and scattering bits of debris all over the cake. So I think that's best left to professionals in a restaurant. They always seem to be able to get it right from the videos I've seen. Perhaps you'll have a surprise party in a hall you've never been to, and your partner blindfolds you and leads you through the doors where sparkling lights and balloons await you. There are many, many options, but you have many, many birthdays and time in life to celebrate in all kinds of ways. If it's not a special number and you're going to work, there may still be drinks in a bar after work with friends, or lunch out in a cafe instead of grabbing a sandwich from the deli, going home to the family where children eagerly await with a lopsided cake with candles they helped prepare. The gift there is in their smiles and sitting down to blow out the candles, feeling the love of your family around you. A cake might be home baked, it might be in the shape of something, or it might be frosted with your favourite flavour. There are so many bakeries that create elaborate cakes, but a simple cupcake with a single candle can give you just as much pleasure. A treasure hunt can be popular, following clues in your town to find the venue where a party's at, or even at home, following the clues to find the gift in your house. My son had a brilliant idea for one of my birthdays to give me a choice of envelopes, and inside was the name of a destination to choose. We went to the train station and got tickets for a train there, and on the train he gave me another envelope to open, which gave me a choice of things to do at the destination, which was a town neither of us had been to. These ranged from going to a shopping mall, visiting a museum, or exploring the area. The next envelope was picking a place to eat from, casual, formal, or quirky. And then we travelled home at the end of the day. It's honestly one of the best birthdays I've had, because I love to be out and about, seeing new places, and I felt like my whole day was a special birthday, and the experience was a gift in itself. There was so much planning and thought that went into it too. Thank you, John. Talking of experiences, that's another way to spend your birthday. You may be given a voucher or taken for an experience, so you could be dining in the dark, having a helicopter ride for the first time ever, going on a zip line, taking a limousine to a restaurant, having a chef come to your home to cook, a golf lesson, a pottery class, a private guided tour, an escape room. There are so many options. This kind of gift can be exciting to receive, a little bit scary to take part in, but ultimately enjoyable, and have pushed you out of your comfort zone a little bit, and you feel proud of yourself at the end of it. Definitely something you'll remember. There's also always a part of the day on your birthday which inevitably is downtime, empty hours that neither feel special nor normal or average either. These times can be your regular wake-up time, shower, breakfast, that routine of travelling to or from work. You might live with flatmates who don't even know it's your birthday, and you're waiting to share it with your family and friends in the evening. It's a bit like being in limbo these hours, waiting for that special or different part of your day to begin. If you're working away from home and not able to return for your birthday, or through circumstances are spending the day alone, you can still make it special. Treat yourself to a meal of food you enjoy, go to the cinema, or buy yourself something at the mall you've been looking at and not buying for a while now. Get on a bus or a train and go to a place you've never been to, just to see what it's like, or simply indulge in relaxation at home, binge watch a marathon of things you like, order a takeaway and feel free of all the outside pressures to do or be anything, just for the day. I once had a birthday alone and booked myself into a hotel on a beach in Cornwall. It was literally in its own secluded cove. In theory, and according to the website and photos online, it was pure indulgence, and I'd be drifting off to sleep to the sound of the waves on the shore. In reality, it was less wonderful. To begin with, there was a wedding party booked into the hotel, who were quite naturally loud, boisterous, excited, and everywhere. The room I had been given was at the back of the hotel, and the view from my window was a steep bank obscured by a metal fire escape of steps. I immediately complained and was eventually moved to a view of the sea, although with this came the noise of the dance floor below the room, which meant I didn't get to sleep until the early hours, but at least I could wake up and look at the sea. And I did appreciate for those people dancing the night away, they were celebrating a big lifetime event. The problem with the location, which again in theory was beautiful, was there was no Wi-Fi signal. The staff seemed to think the whole world knew that a hotel at the bottom of a cliff in a cove in Cornwall wouldn't have any Wi-Fi signal, but I definitely didn't. So no internet, and I had to stand actually in the sea, not on the beach, but in the sea, to get a signal on my phone to reach family who wanted to wish me happy birthday. This was far removed from the experience I had wanted and planned for. In the hotel, if you weren't part of the wedding party, you were back of the line for any service. Although I was alone, I didn't expect to feel so cut off because of the whole Wi-Fi thing. Now, if I sound like a moaning Minnie, I'm telling you this because you could find yourself in the same situation. If a partner has gifted you a night, weekend, week away, staying in a hotel, my advice for a couple is make the most of each other and laugh about the downside of things. Joke about it, it could be worse, imagining how. If there's two of you, you can usually turn it around by being partners facing adversity and doing silly stuff to get through. I'm not saying you should put up with poor service and bad treatment, but once you've exhausted the alternatives, then make the best of it together. I made the best of the day times by going long walks in both directions from the cove on the cliff paths. It wasn't summer, so spending time in the sea wasn't on the agenda. I did walk along the cove beach collecting shells. One of my cliff-top walks led me to a harbour with pretty fishing boats and tiny cafes to have a warming hot chocolate. Very photogenic. I think with all experience gifts you receive, you need to adjust your expectations to a realistic level, because it might not be as fabulous as the giver of the gift planned. But you can be in no doubt that they were trying very hard to give you something special, and you should value their effort. Some people will dread their birthday arriving because of the aging issue. They don't want to be X amount of years old. It happens to us all, but the fact is, you can't stop time. And if you dump all those negative feelings onto the one special day that's your birthday, well, the day after, you will still be that age, whether you like it or not. And you missed out on a whole day based around celebrating you. So forget the number and just have a day of celebrating food, drink, friends, places, however you want, but celebrate because you're here adding your unique you-ness to the world, which is a better place with you in it. In our family, we move birthdays when we have to, and this allows us to have the celebration when we can get together or financially when we can afford to make it special. That doesn't mean that we don't make gifts, cakes and decorations when we have no budget. But if we're expecting to have more money in 3 months, we'd postpone the meal, or if someone has to be out of the country or unexpectedly has to go and care for a sick relative, then we'd celebrate on another day. If circumstances don't allow you to celebrate, set another date, but don't let it go longer than 3 months, and most definitely make sure you have that special day and don't let it slip by, because you'll always be thinking it was the year you didn't have a birthday celebration. There are of course people who say it's just another day and just go home after work without even telling anyone it's their birthday. They just want to be left alone, go to bed and sleep. But please remember that you deserve to celebrate you being here on this planet. Life may not be where you want it to be. You may not have the money, job, success, partner, or free time you want or would choose. But you are uniquely special and important in this world. You should always celebrate in some tiny way on your birthday, even if you are alone. Imagine that next year you will have achieved at least one of those things that you want. Write down how you'll spend your birthday then. Choose one aspect and use your creativity to do something similar on your birthday now, without waiting. For instance, you want to watch a famous football team play. You put that on your list for next year's birthday, and then for this year just go to the local park and watch a local bunch of guys playing football. They might even ask you to join in. Then put some money aside whenever you can to save the money to watch your dream team in a year's time. Also, give yourself a break from self-criticism. Your struggles are a badge of honour for your tenacity and resilience. You never give up. You find a way. You're in it for the long haul, and you're going to make it. Allow your birthday to be the day you value yourself, and see how awesome you really are. If you're ever in a situation where the people around you aren't interested in making your birthday special, then choose to make it special for yourself. Make the day different to mark the occasion. Walk a different route to see different things. Eat different food for lunch, even if it's just a different filling in a sandwich. Smile at small things. Give yourself one treat, even if it's time to dream and imagine a different life. Be happy you have your time in this world, your family, your friends. Walking along, breathing that fresh air, seeing all the beauty in the world. Tell yourself you're lucky and banish any negative thoughts when they creep into your mind. Kick them to the curb. Not on your birthday. Nope, not going there. At the very least, allow only positive thoughts in on your birthday. Older people can sometimes get very grumpy in the week or so before their birthday. This is often because they're thinking a lot about all the things they haven't done yet and wanted to do in their lives. If you're in this category, then simply make a list and put it on your fridge and pick one to work towards, so you can tick it off in the coming months. Even if you're not fit enough to climb a mountain anymore, you can at least walk to the top of a hill with a scenic view, or visit a high building to have a 360-degree view of the surroundings. In other words, if things are truly not achievable because of your physical capabilities, just tune it back to something with a hint of the original goal that you can actually achieve. Remember, there's always a way, just don't give up. The list on your fridge can be an inspiration, goals to work towards. You'll do it, you can get there, you're unstoppable when you set your mind to it, and it gives you hope and makes you feel positive. Birthdays can feel life-changing moments too. The day you decide to have a long haircut cut to short. The day you decide to sell your car because you need the money to pay bills. That's not negative. Facing up to that and taking action means you have the guts to handle anything. You should be proud of yourself. You might decide it's time to move out of your apartment and upsize or downsize. You contact an agent for assistance with what's on the market. You might decide to exercise more or eat healthier or volunteer for something, or resolve to speak to that girl at the bus stop or boy on the train, or to change the way you dress. There's something about the day of your birthday that makes you decide you're not going to go another day the way you are, and you will change. It's almost like giving yourself permission to be a new you, and it's a gift to celebrate you given by yourself. Enjoy the attention on your birthdays. Be thankful to those giving to you and happy to feel so much love from them. I love birthdays, and I hope you love yours too. People wish you a happy birthday because that's what they want you to be, happy. Whenever your birthday is, make it special. You deserve to celebrate, and from me to you, happy birthday. Thank you for listening. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and tell me your favourite birthday. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.